Welcome to Vermilion Vites, where we empower you to build and protect your legacy. I am your host, Vinicius Pasqualini, and this is my partner, Chief Consultant Ray Marquez.
Let's go!
All right, all
Day
right.
4 of today's podcast. Day 2 for you, Tube. So,
All
look,
right.
look, guys.
First off, Ray, who do we want to congratulate?
We want to congratulate everyone that made a contribution on TikTok and on Instagram. We are having a blast. It is phenomenal. We are going viral. It is a movement like no one has ever seen before. It is huge. It is monumental. You have never witnessed anything like this. I promise. Oh, say, can you see? Anyways, guys. Thank you. We had just started up the TikTok page 4 days ago. We're already at 1,000 followers,
Oh, yes,
and
yes.
we are also on a record breaking in our posts. Our posts on Instagram are going crazy. Thank
Everybody's trying
you,
to contact us. Everybody's like, what's happening?
everybody.
All
What's
of a
going
sudden, you
on
guys
here?
are boom.
Who are you guys? Where have you been at all our lives? I'm like, look. It is a privilege to be here. It is a privilege to make this contribution to this community. It is monumental, like I said. It is huge, phenomenal. It's great. I love it.
Excellence.
I love the
Excellence.
people here, man. I love the people. I love the people. It's the best people I've ever seen, best people I've ever met. The people that are here with us and in this group, amazing. I've never met a better group. So that that's where we wanted to start off is just giving those guys a nice round of applause.
Thank you. And we are going to help them protect their legacy and leave something behind for their family. That's something we're going to do. Besides that, they're going to be the lucky 10 who are going to also create a big, beautiful plan and push them to the market, create that business, that branding. We're going to empower them. Exciting. Ooh, congratulations, guys.
This is a moment for you to understand that people are willing to take a chance, and it reminds me of us, Vinny.
Life is risky. Remember, life is risky.
You're not going to get out alive.
Thank you for taking the chance.
You're not going to get out
We
alive.
have a name to create for ourselves, and we are going to make you guys proud. We will transform your mind and make you to a divine being, beautiful, true, and the image of God, as He wanted us to be for Him. Amen. God is great.
Adonai Yahweh.
Huh?
Adonai Yahweh. Yahshua.
Thanks be to God. All right, all
So
right.
one of the
Go.
so one of the few things that we're going to touch on today's topics is we're going to go ahead and revisit the website. We want to get everybody on the same page. We've gotten so many questions about it. What's going on with the website? Who do I qualify? How do I get an interview? Look, look, we only have about so much time throughout the day. We're going to get to all of your answers. We're going to get to the website. We're going to touch base on all of that, right? So, first things first, we want to let you know that we will make the time and effort for those that fit the criteria. Now, for those that don't fit the criteria, that is okay. We have steps for you too. It may take you a little longer, but starting now is better than never starting. Always remember that.
Disclaimer: this content on this website and what we're offering is for information and educational purposes only. You should not be taking this as legal, tax, or professional advice. Please consult your attorney or CPAs. We are here for education. So let's get started.
So, guys, one thing I want you guys to me and Benny are gonna rant a little bit. We're going to give you an insight of what it is to set your financials at another level. So, one of the few things that I would generally start someone off with, right, is a trust. No matter what, I think everyone should have a trust. Even if you don't have money, I think you should have a trust. The benefits of having a trust: one, you get to skip probate, and then two, your accounts are protected from levy, so no creditors can touch them. Whatever you've been through, whatever accounts that you have messed up, garnishments are affected to you only personally. Your trust account is a separate entity if structured correctly. If you get a statutory trust, realize a statutory trust is limited, especially if you get a living estate trust. Those are tied to your 1040s. Certain trusts are tied to 1041s. This is an advanced knowledge. This information right here, it will be a specific individual that will be able to understand it. One that has already did some of its research, did some reading, right? It takes time to understand this, right? What are 1040s? Some people do their taxes and don't even know what 1040s are. I didn't even know what a 1040 was.
True.
And then they told me about a 1041.
I was actually explaining today to someone, and they were like, "You could put exempt on your taxes." I'm like, "Yeah. If you got it up before, you could just write exempt and receive the full paycheck." Here's the catch, though: at the end of the year, you have to do your own taxes, and that's where we learned what a 1040 is, what a 1041 is, how you can deduct this, how you can deduct that. It brings more money into your pocket because you are going to be able to administer your life better, right? That besides that, the trust offers so many other legal protections, like Ray was talking about, avoiding probate, and just keep on going, Ray. I just want to hear you go. Go.
So
Take it to the moon.
one of the few things that you guys need to realize when you're going through the trust structure is many different things. You have irrevocable, you have revocable, you have a land trust, you have an island. There's all different types of trust, right? You don't go with us, you don't get the specific trust that we get. You go with somebody else, you run the risk of getting something different. That's okay. Do as you please, be as informed, have fun. Life, we've made so many mistakes, and sometimes we were like, man, we should have went to those guys for that service instead from the very beginning. And we ended up still spending the money. We didn't care. We wanted results. We wanted to produce the results. We wanted to be at a level where we were not recognizable anymore. We killed ourselves on the daily and sacrificed our old habits to become the people we are now. So that's just a little insight about trusts. So yes, you can do your taxes separately. You can do a W-4. Little thing is, right? You can get your money, all your money from Uncle Sam and say, no, I don't want to do it this way. And I want to make sure I get every single penny. But there is one thing that you need to realize. When you're doing business, you can't get away with it like that. If you want to make the money at the real level, you got to give Uncle Sam something. Because Uncle Sam does reward you. People don't know that. Everybody wants to complain about taxes. That's because you're on the other end of it.
When you go get a loan, what do they ask for, right? They ask for income. They ask for tax returns, especially if you are doing a loan or a line of credit for a business, right? Usually they ask for your last 2 years bank statements and tax returns. So the more you tell Uncle Sam how much you made and the more you pay your taxes, the more the company or whoever you're asking for that money are going to give you. So remember, you have to make sure you administer those taxes side accordingly, because then that's more money that you could gather, credit lines, credit cards, and then invest on your ventures. That is what we do with credit. We don't spend it on nice purses and watches, at least not now on this part, right? We want to grow first.
So one of the few things that other people don't understand is why does a business get rewarded? Because it's creating other W-2s. That's what's happening. It's creating other taxpayers. And because it's creating other taxpayers, it brings the liability down for the corporation, right? So some people may say, oh, that's not fair, right? But we live in America where businesses get rewarded. If you want to be a worker, you are getting rewarded. You don't have to run the risk of wondering when your next paycheck is, right? But because the business owner took that risk of not knowing when they're going to get paid next and taking the chance on themselves, they get more rewarded. How you feel about this has no indication on the reality set forth, right? So that's how the system is built. If you want to learn how to play the game, that's what we're here. We're playing Monopoly with Monopoly money. You haven't realized it yet. You haven't gotten it. You're still stuck in the matrix.
Why did they came up with the game Monopoly? So people could be aware of what's happening. That a piece of paper is nothing but just a piece of paper. And now in today's world, it's money. You write your name on the piece of paper on the check, it's money. We have to learn that.
So now we have touched the trust, right? And as much as me and Benny, we could go on all day. We can give you the information, right? We can give you the information on these certain structures. And it still wouldn't make a difference for you to be able to go do it yourself. You couldn't just write up a legal document and create a trust and think that you're going to get the same types of protections.
They need to have the knowledge.
You can try. I don't know. You can try it. Like, that's okay. But just know what it comes with. Certain people might not take it as serious. The banks might not take it as serious. All I know is Benny and I have our accounts open.
That's how you know it works. When the bank officially says, oh yeah, this is a good deal. Let's open an account for you. Here, come deposit your money with us. You'll be protected. You'll be safeguarded. Nobody could touch your account. You're perfectly fine with us. Just keep on bringing us those little notes. And soon enough, we get lines of credits, credit cards, loans, all with those funds that we have. And we use them wisely. Very wise. Go, Ray.
One of the few other things that I would say, right, for someone, and this is people who have a 750 credit score, you're ready to go on to the next level. But if you don't have a 750 credit score, I will run some options for you, right? One of the few things that you don't know that you can do, you can renegotiate the debt. If you want to fix the credit and you owe $10,000 and you renegotiate it for $1,000, but you say, hey, I want you to remove that off my credit, right? I pay you the settlement fee. I want you to remove it off my credit. They'll make the deal. You haven't been paying this whole time. They already sold the debt. You don't even understand what it means to sell the debt. You don't even know what it means, what happens when they sell the debt. You don't even know how many times they're selling debt, at what level, with mortgages. Mortgages. I hope I'm ringing a bell for some people, right? Certain things that you can do with mortgages too, at the highest level. Let's just talk about collections. We'll start with the beginner level because it will build up your understanding of how This may work. Let's build a picture. Let's be Picasso for you. Let me show you what we see. And hopefully the communication is so clear that you're like, oh, wow, Ray, I need your help right now. And I would tell you, no, you don't need my help. You need my contribution, and I'm willing to give it to you. Because you're not in the middle of the ocean.
And let me tell you something. A lot of people need these services. They just don't know you yet. Maybe you're too young to understand that your future life matters and depends on how you manage, right? You can make $10,000 right now. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to invest it wisely? What actions are you going to take to make your life better and secure? Or you could just go spend it all. That's it. And then you're broke. And then what?
And then what? And then what, right? So I'm going to break down a couple of steps what happens here, right? You have a card for Chase, right? Let's say you have a credit card, the Freedom credit card from Chase, and you owed $10,000. And you lost your job, you lost your wife, you started picking up drinking habits, you started, I don't know, spending your money in different ways because of whatever situation you were in, right? Whatever situation you were in, right? And now you can't pay off that money. So what happens? What does the creditor do? They mark you 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. No payment. Then 6 months go by. Still no payment. They're like, fine. Let's go ahead and sell off the debt. So who do they sell this debt off to? There is a pool of investors, which we'll call them debt collectors for the sake of this conversation, will buy up the debt. They're not just buying up your debt, though. They're buying a pool of debt together. Pennies on the dollar. It's a bargain deal because what they have to do is make the person perform or settle. So, okay, they get a $10,000 debt. They're like, hey, let me get that debt off of you for $500. They weren't getting paid anyways. They would rather take something, take it off the books, and give it to them. What they do now, they paid $500. So now they have a choice of negotiating. They could do it for $5,000 and they would have made a bargain. And here you are, still paying the debt. Did you authorize them to getting your information?
I surely did not. Totally illegal. They sold my information. It's like me getting your information, your social or everything, and just selling off to the highest bidder. Are you kidding me? Illegal.
That is a key word that starts with an I, identity, and then the other one starts with a T. But let's keep that safe. We'll keep everything safe in here. Nobody has to get into too much trouble. Not everything's exposed to the public. Some of this information is private, and you have to be able to distinguish between private and public. All right? There's admiralty, and then there's the way of the sea. Maritime. And the maritime is how you get currency. Right? The bank. These are all sea terms. When they gave birth to you. This is all happening in a form of trust. Right? Look, this might be going over your head. Relax. We'll wind it back there later, some other day. Let's go back to selling of the debt. You did not authorize them to take over your debt. You did not say, yes, you can have my information. And some of you guys believe that you need to have a social to open up a bank account.
Which you totally do not.
The trick is, all you have to ask is for a 0%. That, no, I don't want your interest. And boom, right there. You don't need to give them your social. The only people that are allowed to get your social are government officials.
Correct.
So anyone else actually asking for your social is fraudulent. But they won't tell you that. Hey,
Be-
these are secrets.
because if you just hand it over, you're just giving them right to their hands. So, I mean, you gave it by your own free will. So, if I ask you for something and you give it to me, that is no longer IF, right? You're just handing it to me because I asked, but you have the right to deny it and ask for the proper account that should be open in its place.
Look, they will fight you all day. And that's because they know. They know that you're not willing to go to court. They know you're not willing to fight for it. They know. That's really what it is. They have put you down through the matrix so many times. They're used to sending you notice. How many times have you gotten notice and you didn't know? Look, a notice, and let's get what is a notice? A notice is, hey, here it is. That's notice. It's not saying, may I do something? Can you do this for me? No, it's this is what's happened. It's a notice. Hello, notice me. Hello, come on. Notice. Are you noticing? No, you did not notice. You did not notice. And because you did not notice, they gave you 15 days to respond. You did not respond, and they put you in default. And then the next thing you know, you have foreclosed on the property. It's just simple. They're not doing anything illegal per se. You just don't know how to play the game.
So if they do send you a debt collection letter, as Ray was saying, sometimes they'll give you 15 days, sometimes they'll give you 30. It doesn't matter, right? They gave you notice of something. And if you don't reply to something, that means you're just accepting as it is.
Mm.
If somebody says, IRS sends you a letter through the mail and says, hey, you owe us $200. If you never respond, guess what? You owe it. And they will come after you. Same thing like the debt collectors. So you have to reply and be at honor at all times. You have to reply. You have to make sure how to reply, right? If you're replying to a notice of a debt, mortgage, whatever it is, you also got to send a notice, right? A proof of claim, a demand of validation. Like you want them to prove their claim, like XYZ Collections Company, I don't owe you nothing. Who did you buy this debt from? What's happening here? I never heard of you. Did I sign anything? Any contract in your name? Can you prove to me that I own this? And guess what? They have to reply to you. And that is called the administrative process. But you have to maintain at honor at all times. You cannot be a dummy and not respond to letters you get through the mail. That's irresponsibility.
It is. Like there's a lot of different things that the public doesn't know. When it comes to what the public doesn't know, right? I want you to think about something. When you get an attorney to represent you, you are giving up the right to speak on your own behalf. And the court system looks at you at a certain way for getting an attorney. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying do not get an attorney. It's just the way you use an attorney, it will burn you. It will hurt you.
An attorney just means you're not competent enough to settle your own affairs. That basically is it. I am hiring this attorney because I do not know the law and he knows the law better than me. So I'm going to keep my pretty mouth closed and let the attorney do the talk for me. If you know your laws and you understand the laws, you could simply represent yourself. Don't you agree, Ray?
Your legal literacy,
Literacy.
financial literacy,
So many
legal
literacy.
literacy.
Yeah, legal
Yeah,
literacy. Thank you, Ray. I
legal
appreciate
literacy.
it. Legal
It's whatever. What
literacy.
literacy? So look, what happens is the court system, when they have the attorney represent you, it has you look like you are not competent enough. And this is why you do not hold the superior claim. Now, that was a gem. I'm not going to say it again. So, what that means is that you cannot control your full trust assets. So, you're having the attorney have power of attorney over you, right? An attorney, in fact. Now, they are representing you like if they are you. And if anything happens, you still end up going to jail. People have just an identity crisis when it comes to this whole legal system because everybody is their name. Everybody is their name. And what is that? What is your name? What is that corporation? You know, every now and then we will say something. We won't go too deep in it. Private information, not allowed for the public. They will block this off.
That is why we have our private member page where you could find countless of documents, ebooks, a lot of PDFs where you could start obtaining this knowledge for yourself.
$8.99. It's not much.
It's not much at all.
I think there's like a yearly or a lifetime subscriber. So have fun with that, guys. Right? Have fun with that.
Just check it out. Go to vermilionvtest.com and you'll be able to scroll. We have a blog there, a bunch of content for free as well, right? And there's a lot of things you guys should learn for your financial journey.
So if I were one that was a trade, if I'm an investor, right, and I'm speaking to a specific crowd, right? If I was into real estate investment or trading investment, right, and I hold everything under an LLC, right, and I'm getting taxed even 5%, right? Even if you are getting the lowest deductions and you're okay paying what you are paying because you will have to pay something to still play the game, right? What we offer here in this educational realm is a little different. We do not necessarily always have to benefit you in the realm of getting to as little liability as possible. The other part of it is we minimize the tax bracket for you down to almost nothing, right? But also able to add value to your future steps of funding. There are certain things that we know that can open doors for you much quicker, right? Just pointed in the right direction, you can do phenomenal things.
I'm pointing in the wrong direction. That way, there we go. The camera. It's you. I'm pointing to you.
Well, you have another camera back there?
It's because since we're on YouTube, right? You're on my left side and I'm on your right side, so I'm like wrong side. There you go. You're right there. Yep, that's you right there. You're right by my side.
So I'll say this much. This is just we're not able to say as a lot of information. We're not allowed to say a lot of information on here only because of what conditions there are on the web and how they'll block us. We've been blocked with the information before and it's very exhausting, right? So we'll give you what we can here for free, right? Do what you want with it, right? If you want to just speak to us to get some advice, we do consultations, right? For a fee. We can discuss the fee if you want to, but we need to know that you're serious and we take our time serious. We don't want to waste our time as much as we don't want to waste your time, right? So everything in life, if you exchange good energy will be exchanged back to you. We will be able to provide value. We are that confident that we are providing value. So it costs us something to get here. I know that much. And I know people who are right now on media, social media, right? And they're amazing at branding, content creating, and all this other stuff. Are you going to tell him to market for you for free? No, everything in this game costs something. The people who aren't willing to spend are not getting anywhere. They might put way more energy than needed and take 5 to 10 times more the effort to get there. But when you have a team and you have people around you that support you and are willing to be with you and give that contribution with you, things happen much quicker. When you're able to share the abundance with everybody, you will see growth much quicker than you've ever seen in your life. You can't start a business by yourself. You can't. That's called self-employment. I'm saying to run a corporation, you cannot run it by yourself. It's never been done.
Corporation. They need a president. They need a vice president. They need a treasurer. Am I right or wrong, Ray?
Hey, when you're right, you're right.
If you're going to open a corporation, you need those type of people. You need people who you could trust. You need your vice president. You need your president and your secretary of treasury. You need to build a team of qualified individuals.
So, a lot of what we spoke about right now is what's on the website. A little bit of everything of what we spoke about and so much more. We can offer so much more. For like traders, we can offer you your tax liability to a phenomenal rates and also be able to get you more funding than you've ever seen before. Some people are just really introverted. You have to have a personality in this game. You have to. It's a long game. It's a fun game. So, but this is not for everybody, and I'm very understanding of that. This is not for everyone. This is for the one that's chosen for you. This is a spiritual journey, and God chooses this journey for you. If it speaks to you and you're like, oh wow, that's actually very interesting what they just said. I just feel like if it was true, but this is my first time hearing it, then maybe you need to take that leap of faith and contact us. We'll get you informed. We can become friends. That's fine. We'll get you informed. We're here to make a contribution to you guys. You know, you will have left at least feeling great. You'd be like, wow, I really like it. And we really like you too. So enjoy the process. It takes time. For the person that's just working a nurse, maybe you don't need the entire setup. Maybe you just need a trust and a life insurance policy, and you're set. We have different types of things. We're willing to do business with certain people. We're willing to negotiate certain things. If you're someone who's already running a business and making money, and you're like, no, what? We need to do business together. We're open to that as long as there is something we can contribute, right? Other than the trust services. If you're asking us to become the next Victoria's Secret, look, hey, I don't know nothing about that. But if you're asking us something on the lines of, this is a service that we provide, and I'm a marketing or I'm a trader or I do real estate. Well, we know a little something about that, so we can make something work, right?
Check out your
We're
website and you're going to see what we offer of consultation. Countless of things. And we also have countless of partners on this journey as well that could help you and benefit you in some sort of way. Just get in touch.
look. There's so many different things. I want to give, you know, a special shout out to the individuals that have made a contribution to us in our journey. Those people know who they are. They have met us. They do not want their names disclosed, so we'll give them their privacy.
Shout out to Millie Fam for that exquisite interview yesterday.
Millie Fam, Anish Katal, the founder, one of the founders of Millie Fam. Amazing. Amazing. One of the greatest human beings I've ever met in my life. Phenomenal man. You know, there's not enough that I can say. My complete gratitude and love to Anish Katal. God bless you.
Check out the full video if I'm not mistaken. You put it up, right, Ray?
Yeah, we put it up.
I'm gonna
We
put
put it
the
up on
link
YouTube.
later so you guys can see the full link and the interview with Millie Fam. Great, great content about trading, right? They have a very impressive track record, which I've seen myself. I'm a trader, I'm an investor. I have seen their skills and what they use to track the market. Very impressive. They'll break it down for you, they'll teach you, they'll explain to you. They're going to help you become successful as well. Thank you, guys.
I also want to say Vermilion Vitez has a new video up online regarding the website. So if you guys want to know more details of the website than we've already given here, take a look at the page and go ahead and like and subscribe, right? And then another thing is, just so y'all know, Vitez_trust is Instagram, and then Vermilion Vitez 777 is TikTok. So you guys can see, here's the phenomenal look of the page.
And I'm pulling up right here, Ray. If they scroll down to the website, I have all the links, which is the viewers are seeing right now. They could see we have X, we have LinkedIn, we have Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Okay.
If you want to find this, will be found.
If you click here and you're going to be taken straight to our account. If you find a different account trying to follow you, it's not us. Okay. So just go to our website, click on who we are. You're going to figure out and go to our pages. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Amazing.
Yes, actually, there is a video. You were mentioning about a video that I uploaded. It was about the capital raising course, which I posted up. It's online. I just explained key points on what our course is about. So if you guys want to check it out, just go back there and type in raising capital funding, and you guys should check it out. Take 20 minutes, watch it. And I guess thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. One of the fastest calls I've had in a while, I'll tell you that.
Ray, you are an amazing, amazing preacher. Okay? Give us a couple of words of inspiration at the end.
Look, I know it's not easy. It's not. It's not easy. It's not easy getting in a loving relationship. It's not easy having a child. It's not easy getting a six pack. It's not easy being fat. None of it is easy. But on the other side of it, you will see gratitude and you will see a sign of happiness when you put the efforts and contributions where your possibility lays on. Who are you as a possibility? Who are you as a contribution to others? A lot of you may be in your heads a lot, have a lot of anxiety, sad or depressed, right? Some people may have go through those issues. There is certain areas in the world where you don't get to be depressed. It's a luxury. So just know no matter what you choose in life is suffering, but choose the suffering that gives you the benefit of the reality that you want to create. Take accountability and responsibility. There's always a common factor in all the stories that people say. There's always one common factor, and that is you.
Hope you all have a good night. Enjoyed the show. Feel free to reach out to either me or Ray. Go to our contact page. Please subscribe. Get a free PDF about trusts and the Divine Strategy book. Great words, Ray. I was here inspired. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Guys, how far would you go if you knew you could not fail? Thank you. That's all for tonight. Have a good night.
All right.